Chapter 12. Gathered. Intense rattling awake Monica and Carter from their uncomfortable sleep. The entire cell seems to vibrate as the two sit in darkness. The rumbling gets louder and louder until doors open up, revealing a small elevator with 4 men inside. The light from the elevator barely illuminates the duo. Malkov's coffin and 2 of the Sky Unit snipers emerge from the small lift and walk to Monica and Carter's side. Monica goes to stand up, but is quickly forced to the ground by a sniper's .50 caliber. "Slow down, princess. Me and your husband have to do a little chat," Malkov says. Carter slowly turns to look at him. "That was quite the light show, Talco. I told you I wouldn't lose, though, and I meant that," he says as he spits at Carter. "I didn't think you had the balls to lead an assault, and you killed all my men." Carter remains silent. "I would almost be pissed if we didn't already get everything that we needed." "Yes," Scoffin hisses. "We will be back tonight for your crown," he adds. "Yes, our city is being rebuilt as we speak. New Elim 8 grunts are en route via plane, and more residents are on their way. Your little tantrum was all recorded, and now the world knows that your kind is weaker than my kind."
"Let me out of this damn cell,"
Monica speaks up. "Well, someone is confused on their place in the food chain,"
"Hear me out,"
she says. Scoffin gets close. "You can talk all you want, gorgeous, but there is nothing that would let me let you out of this cell. Escape is also impossible. We are 200 feet underground. We buried this safe as soon as Hope was built, in case someone like your husband showed up. Glad I did," Malkov says as he looks over to Carter's helpless demeanor. "Did I hurt you that bad, kid? As intense as that fight was, I am surprised you aren't a little cockier. Never has my colossus been scratched until you." Malkov is interrupted by a loud scoff from Monica. Malkov and the others look to her. "What was that about?" Malkov asks sternly.
"We're screwed anyways, so no point in not telling you. Carter didn't do any of that. An alien in his crown named Zazor controlled him like a puppet. Carter could never do anything that courageous."
She speaks. Carter lifts his wounded head in sadness, but puts it back down on the ground as his eye slots fill with cold tears. Scoffin closes in and gets right in front of her face. "His name. Did he speak to you?" Scoffin asks.
"Many times. And I will tell you anything you want to know if you free me from here. It is so horrible down here, and I cannot even stand to look at him anymore."
Scoffin steps back quickly. "Will take more than previously hypothesized data to obtain such an allowance." They all walk to the elevator, but Monica jumps up and slams down hard on her knees in front of the men. "Carter, you can thank your wife. We are starting the surgery to remove your crown sooner than expected. It's a shame you cannot work for us, Monica," Malkov says.
"Wait!"
She screams as she starts to tear up. They pause slightly.
"I may have fallen out of love with Carter, but there is someone I do love."
She speaks softly. "I'm not your type, honey," Malkov speaks.
"No, Carter got me pregnant."
She speaks softly. Scoffin's eyes widen, and he comes to her face again. "When did you conceive?" he asks loudly.
"He was wearing the crown,"
she says slowly. Scoffin stares with eyes black as night piercing through the shadows. "We will get you from the cell to do an ultrasound after Carter's crown is removed. I'm trying to get my hands dirty," he says. She nods shakily as Scoffin joins his peers in the elevator. Slender middle-aged freak show gives Monica goosebumps. Monica sits upright, slowly turning to her downed husband. However, Carter at this point has fallen asleep, an endless slumber deep within the chasms of his brain.
"Zazor?
Monica says loudly. No response.
Please, talk to me. Let me hear your voice again."
Silent it remains.
"I did everything you asked of me. Please, give me something, anything, to escape this room of depression."
Suddenly the crown illuminates blue. She looks to it with awe and even readjusts her posture, as if in an interview for a prestigious company.
Monica,
The crown speaks.
Yes, Zazor!
She says excitedly.
I am using all of my strength to keep him alive.
She crawls to the crown.
Not only that, I am also in need of repair. The crack in my crown is at least 5 inches, a devastating impact. All I can say is that you are pregnant.
Monica interrupts him by gasping as she quickly brings up tears. She touches the crown.
Tell me more. Tell me everything. I want to know all about you and all that you know about this baby.
Do not trust Scoffin. I must protect him. I must go now. If I can just heal him, I may be able to stop him in time. Maybe.
Zizor falls into the chasms within Carter's mind.
They're going to kill you!
She screams. The crown remains silent, cold.
Screw you, Carter, you weak piece of shit. If it wasn't for you, Zazor could get us out of here. How could I ever love someone like you? You are dust. You are dirt.
She chuckles but quickly refocuses.
I will keep this child alive. You cannot ruin that for me. I will not allow it. Zazor is the only one that can save me. Only he can. My pathetic husband is keeping him from saving my baby. He could use his power to bust us out of here if it weren't for my husband being so beat up. I hate him.
Monica walks to the shadows of the cell. Zizor and Carter lie next to each other in the cold chasm. They lie next to the ornate tub, in immense pain. Zizor being the size of Carter made Zizor seem friendlier, but Carter can't hold his tears back.
Do not give up, Carter.
Zizor says, sitting up. The darkened room does not allow Carter to see, but only a flash of the solid blue reptilian body. I cannot do this. This pain is so harsh, and I am panicking. This situation is so messed up. He screams hysterically.
Escape this depression.
Zizor screams. Carter lies still in endless tears.
Ouch. I can't do anything without pain. I need to focus. I'm using everything I have to repair you. I beg of you, please.
My mind is too weak for you, and you know it.
You can just jump into the tub every time. No biggie at all.
Carter starts to cough as he continues to cry, frustrating Zizor. Zizor goes for a word when suddenly everything goes black. Zizor is sucked into darkness. Monica is busy gouging her husband's throat with an ink pen viciously. She has to use all her strength to deepen the pen into the throat. Carter's weak, wounded body can't fight her off. All he can do is stare at her as he chokes on his blood. Monica then grabs his crown firmly and yanks with all her force. The deep crack on the crown allows her to pull the crown free from his fractured skull, but not without a bloody mess of tissue. Carter remains awake during this as he gasps for oxygen. He quickly grips for his pockets. Monica holds the sparking crown.
I can't waste time.
She thinks to herself. Monica slams the crown hard on her head, allowing the drill-like attachments to pierce into her head about 1 inch deep. She fights back her tears by biting her tongue hard.
Come on, Zazor. Crown my head instead, please.
Monica screams. Zizor suddenly sees a chasm to jump into inside a room of darkness. He barely manages to move his body forward due to the crown being so weakened. Zizor plunges into the chasm, and as he falls, the drills reluctantly start to drill into Monica's skull. The pain is excruciating, so Monica falls out of consciousness. Monica and Zizor lie within a dark chasm side by side. Blue fluid slowly works its way through Monica's veins as she is quickly going through the harbor process. The blue enzymes overpower her blood as she grows stronger in all areas. Monica smiles as she lies there.
What are you?
Zazor barely manages to ask.
Compatible.
She responds. Carter lies staring at Monica. The pain is beyond imagination, and the blue fluid within him is confused, no longer healing his organs. Carter can't even think over the trauma, so it grips to him the one thing he holds dear, his mother's ring he accidentally ripped off many years ago. He stares at the ring and smiles slightly. I think I get it now, he thinks as he dies on the cold floor.